Hey, hello class. This is Miss Marcel here, and today we're going to discuss the world that we live in. The lesson basically talks about how we want the children to learn that God created the earth and created all living things. It talks about how we can honor God by taking care of the earth and everything on it. Um, it speaks of the meaning of stewardship and how they can apply it to their life daily. The teacher objective that we're going to learn is that we're going to show the children how to honor God in this lesson by taking care of the earth and everything on it. The lesson speaks about being a good steward and defines what stewardship means for the children. The student in this is going to learn to identify characters, settings, and major events with a story. They're going to identify the main topic and recollect main details. They're going to learn Bible verses in the lesson, how to handle teamwork, and how to apply Bible verses in their life. First, we're going to start with a video by by Brian Osborne. The video is going to talk about the things that God created. It discusses the actual age of the earth based on scripture's proof. It talks about how it's 6,000 years old and not millions of years like we've been learning in regular secular schools and lessons. Um, the video, there's also another video, um, which is another option, or actually you can actually add that to a part of the lesson if there's enough time, or leave it for another day actually, because that would be too much video going on. I would suggest save that for a second part of a lesson um, to review and make it another fun activity. Um, so that video talks about being a good steward. So the current lesson, we're going to continue on. There's a story time, and it's called Justin's Great Catch. The student in this is going to discuss what they saw and learned from watching the video. In the video, they talk about um, they talked about, like I said earlier, they're out in like the mountains. I forgot which state it was in. I apologize. However, and they're just um, admiring God's creative work and the beauty of the things around them. So in the story, Justin's Great Catch is going to continue this flow of um, being a good steward. And after the story, they're going to discuss the main points, the moral of the story, and also leave the student in suspense until the next episode. It's one of those stories where there's not really an ending, but it leaves you in awe of like, what's next, you know? So it holds their attention and they're excited about that. Um, Next, what we want to do is to verify and ask them open-ended questions about the video and the story, and discuss the things um, within their care that they can be good stewards over. So the student, you would ask them some questions about how they would apply this to their life, how they felt about um, things that they've taken care of in the past, and is watering examples like is watering my plant stewardship, feeding my dog, doing things for others. How do they take care of the earth? And then in addition, there's going to be a Bible verse um, involved in that. The activity that they're going to have is called a good idea. The activity sheet, they're going to do the activity where you read it for them and they're going to do the actions. And the student on their half is going to decide if it's um, good or a bad idea, good idea or bad idea. And if it's a good idea, they're going to jump up and down and 3 times. Um, and just a summary of the lesson. The teacher is going to show the student. They're going to have to explain, pretty much explain what they learned and explain how and why we take care of God's creations, what is stewardship, and why it's important to be a good steward. Um, so in this, the student is going to learn and get an understanding of how to honor God by being a good steward and taking care of all the things that He's blessed us with. Um, so the assessment that we can do on this is to test their knowledge or with a vocabulary word and make that like the word of the week. And they can talk about stewardship, what it means. Again, Bible verses. We have Bible verse memory games that we can choose from. Um, and they're going to have a discussion on that same sheet, a good idea. And they can talk about, different things on there. What's a good idea to do for stewardship if I was to, clean my room? Is that a good steward? So in that, the student should be able to tell you what stewardship means again, and how they can be one, and what Bible verses explain what stewardship is. Okay, so for an extension of this, they can take home the review sheets about stewardship. Parents can review with the students and ask them what they've learned and how to apply this to their life, their home life, and with others that they meet. So I hope that you've enjoyed this lesson and that it was helpful, and how you can actually take a lesson and, you know, um, take it to different platforms, not just public school, but it can also be in a private Christian school. Um, but just helps you to use your own creativity as well as follow the guidelines and the state standards. Thank you.